everyone, welcome back to my channel. Andrea here. I'm a celebrity makeup artist. I'm based in Paris. Today's video is going to be all about how you can create an elongated look if you have round eyes specifically, because I have round eyes and I find that this technique, whenever I use it, every single time I get questions about, oh, how did you play with the eyes? What did you do with the eyes? And it's quite simple, but it's very strategic the way I've placed the eyeshadow. So I'm going to show you everything, every single detail, even the ones that you wouldn't even think about it. I will tell you what makes the difference. Okay, let's get into today's video. I've already done my base, right? So I'm going to start the eye makeup by applying a cream eyeshadow that can be a base for your powder eyeshadow, or you could use it, you could just have it on its own. Now I love this cream eyeshadow from Makeup by Mario on its own. I think it's great as a base, but this color is so beautiful, especially if you are someone who has discoloration on the eyelid and is looking for something that is very easy to apply. As you saw, just applied it with the applicator, and then with the brush, make sure you apply it all over. That's always kind of like the first step. When you're thinking about doing your makeup, there are two aspects that will truly elongate your eyes, and it will make them look a little bit more almond. And it does not have to be done with dark shadows. And I'll make a drawing right here on a piece of paper. When the eye is like this, in order to make it look more almondy, more elongated, you need to add shadow here and here in order to diminish the highest point of your eye, which it would be right on top of your pupil. You need to diminish the height between this part of your eye, which is the highest one, and this part of your eye, which is the lowest one, right? So if you add a little bit of shadow, outer corner, inner corner, that will already balance out the eye. That's just so you will understand a little bit from a technique point of view what you would have to do in order to give that elongated shape. Now, practicability, what do you actually need to do? I'll show you. And like I mentioned earlier, it doesn't have to be done with very dark eyeshadows. I've seen a lot of videos online where people were showing how you can elongate the eye, but it was always kind of an intense look. So I want to show you a softer way. The second thing I like to do is take a neutral eyeshadow, something that is not too dark, something that mimics sort of the shadows that I naturally have. You see, there are some shadows on my eyes. There are some shadows that my face naturally has right under the zygomatic bone. So I am trying to mimic that eyeshadow at the end of my eye. And honestly, I've mixed a couple of eyeshadow shades to just have this kind of a neutral light medium tone. And I like to apply this at the end of the eye. And it doesn't always have to be in a pointy shade. Doing just back and forth motions and a little bit on the lower lash line, almost like massaging the lashes. If I look straight, do you see how there's nothing on the center, right? There's nothing right on top of my pupil. Now, if I were to apply this eyeshadow right here, you will immediately make it rounder. Remember what I told you earlier, that we're trying to not have such a difference between the highest point and the lowest point, and the way you do this is just by applying the shadow at the end of the eye. That's what we're trying to do. I kind of feel like your next question is going to be, what if I have hooded eyes? If you have hooded eyes, depends on how low this part is. If it's very low, you're gonna apply eyeshadow here, right on that hood, right? So just applying the eyeshadow straight. I'm not making it too high. I'm not trying to lift too much the eye. We're not going for like cat eye here. We're just trying to elongate. Now, I know it's going to look weird and maybe it's not even going to feel natural, but actually when you apply a little bit of that eyeshadow on the inner corner, just a little bit, you give it that almondy shape. That's going to help a lot. Now, this step might not work for everyone, the inner corner part. You know why? Because some people have their eyes very close together. If you have them very close together, then this step will make your eyes look weird. So skip this step if your eyes are very, very close together, or try to apply your eyeshadow just here. Don't go all the way to the inner corner, just here. Then with a Shodo 02 brush, I'll show you the eyeshadow. I know this palette is not available anymore, but I'm sure you have a similar eyeshadow color with this one in one of your palettes. This one is from Makeup by Mario, or maybe you already have this palette. So this is a very, very nice, not too dark eyeshadow, right? And I like to apply this at the end of the eye in kind of like I don't know if you can see, it's like I'm doing round tiny circles at the end of the eye. That's just going to add a little bit of shadow there. Oh man, I don't know if you guys can hear the noise. If you do, I'm so sorry. There's nothing I can do because there are constructions, and there's going to be constructions every day for like the next 3 months. Back to this. Do you see how my eye is kind of finishing right here? I can feel my bone. A lot of people will stop right here, but actually, if you want to make your eye look a little bit more longer, you're gonna go past that. Do you see how, okay, the eye finishes here, but I go a little bit outside and a tiny little bit in the crease. Now, the reason why I'm using this brush is because honestly, nothing will apply your eyeshadow as gentle, as refined, and I really like, especially this 02 brush, because of its tip. It's perfect for this step, right? And don't forget, the more you hold your brush from the point, the more pressure you will have. The more you go towards the end of your handle, the less pressure, the more feathery your eyeshadow will look like. Now for the next step, I'm going to use black pencil. You could definitely use a brown, you could use a dark gray, depends on how intense you want it to be. Now, back in the days, I used to be able to pull an eyeliner, like a very, very thin eyeliner. Unfortunately, I don't know how much you can see, but with age, what happens, and that's very recent, I didn't used to have this issue. The skin, even if I know it still looks okay, like I still have some collagen there. When I use eyeliner, the skin is not tight like it used to be, so the eyeliner looks a little bit like, I'm not saying I cannot use eyeliner, but I find that in order to make that super thin micro eyeliner, I'm happy to just use pencil. I find that these gel pencils, no matter how much you sharpen them, they will never be super sharp. It's not like those wood pencils that are typically much harder and that you can do much more precise line. Okay, so I will apply this very close to the lashes, and again, I'm not going to touch the center. With this step, basically you're creating a new lash line, right? That is slightly, just a pinch, maybe like 2 millimeters more lifted on this side. So I follow my natural lash line, and when I get to the end, I use a brush to flick it so that it gives me that very thin, almost like micro eyeliner. I will also sometimes tightline just to make sure there's no skin peeking through right there, and I will do the same thing right here where we've applied the eyeshadow. But do you see how very gentle the product is applied? I keep looking at you after each step so you can see the difference. I added just a little bit more black, and now I flick it. Now you can see side by side, even before mascara, what a difference the right placement does. So this is definitely rounder, and this is definitely a little bit more elongated and lifted. Now I'm going to also show you how to use mascara to add to that elongated look. I'm going to use the mascara from YSL, the new Latex one. This is exceptional. One of the best mascaras I've tried in my entire life. I've never seen anything that will hold the curls quite like this one. Do you see how I mostly apply this mascara at the end of the eye, and then I push it all along the length of my last few lashes? I will apply mascara on the rest of the lashes, but I won't go quite to the fullest potential of the lashes. I will kind of keep it. Do you see how I kind of keep it at the base? Got an accident right there. And then with just the tip of the wand, I'm going to lift the lashes from the inner corner. For that same reason, you don't want to lift the center of your lashes because it will give you a more rounder look. And this is a side-by-side comparison with the bare eye and the more elongated, strategically placed eye makeup. Okay, I'm back with both of my eyes done. I wanted to do something for my lips because I'm actually going to wear this makeup throughout the day. How exciting. I don't always get to wear my makeup. On my lips, I have this new mask. This one is from Gisou. It feels really nice. It feels very hydrating. It has no color, so I want you to know that there's no color on my lips whatsoever. I just have a little bit of fever right now. I can feel that I'm starting to get sick, so when that happens, my lips are naturally just a little bit more pigmented. So the color comes from me and my sickness. Ever since my kids started school, I'm basically sick every month. So I wanted to do something for the lips since we're here together. I don't know if you can see this shadow right here, right on top of my top lip. It's just a contour stick that I've used on my cheeks as well from Haus Labs. Now let's do a real lip. And I'm going to take this pencil. This is from Persona. It's in the shade Mauve. And I find like it's a very natural, let me show you. It's like your lips, but just a bit more mauve-y. On top, I will add just a little bit of this. This is an eyeshadow stick from Nabla. But don't be fooled. Just because it says eyeshadow stick, it doesn't mean that it's just for eyes. Use it for the lips, guys. That's what I like to do. It's in the shade Cappuccino and it will last you so well. And I like to only apply it on the Cupid's bow and kind of smudge it. And this step will shorten the distance between my nose and my lip. And this lifted lip look is very youthful. It's what sometimes makes the whole difference. I don't know if you guys saw, but I was telling you about the Filtrum being a thing years ago, maybe like 10 years ago, right? And now they're doing lip surgeries where they shorten the space. It does not surprise me. They do surgeries for anything, which is great because we have that option. Not encouraging you, but also not discouraging you. Do whatever you wish. Taking a brush just to smudge this. Also smudge the line right here. And lately I kind of like to use a little bit of what's left on my concealer brush and just apply it on the corners of my lower lip. And the reason why I like to do this is because I feel like lately I have these very annoying shadows. And by doing this, the lip and the whole mouth looks a bit more lifted. So lately I've been a lot more into contouring the top lip and leaving my lower lip with less product. And it's been a while I have not used the Chanel Boy. This will forever be a vibe. Forever be a vibe. How I love this lipstick. This will never not look cool and modern, this lipstick. You know what? If you're very light skin tone, if you have no makeup on your face, I can see this lipstick, the color in particular, not doing you justice. But with a little bit of makeup, especially when you're doing more like cool tones, you have a little bit of rosy in your cheeks. I love it. It's very modern. It feels nice. You could apply it without needing a mirror. Does it last? Of course not. Like, look at the shine. It's going to last you 3.5 seconds, but it's easy to reapply and very pleasant. All right, guys, this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new. And you know what? I would love to see your recreations. If you're trying to do this look at home, please tag me or just DM me. I would love to see how you did. You don't have to use the same products as I did. I don't think the products are key in this whole look that I've done. I think what really is important in this whole tutorial are the techniques. Use whatever you have. Please tag me or send me your pictures in DM. Thank you so much for watching. Everything I've used is in the description down below. If you're curious about the top I'm wearing, it's from Paloma wool. It's a Spanish brand that I love and they have a pop-up right now in Paris. So I gave in and I went there with my Gen Z cousin Laura. So we got this really cute top with the shoulder pads. You're gonna find it in the description box. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.